it's a new day, royalty. I don't know if you guys know this, but last Thursday something historic happened, and if any Chicago knows, um, we got Justin Fields.
Oh yeah.
I'm I'm more ecstatic because the McCaskies have finally stopped capping, and they drafted somebody who's black who's going to be the face of the franchise. I don't care that he's light skinned. I really don't. The fact of the matter is, my quarterback is black, and I might have to get me a Fields jersey. I don't even watch football like that no more, but they're important, Chicago. You know, I mean, I don't I love the Bears, but you know what? It's just like a it's like the food you always feel bad after you eat it. It's like that secret obsession, you know. You watch them and you watch them just always be average, sometimes a little bit below. And then after you're like, I wasted my time, or I shouldn't have eaten that cake, or I shouldn't have eaten that apple pie, or I shouldn't have had that ice cream sundae. I'm sorry. Obviously, I have a lot of um, obsessions with the sweets. But you know, royalty, like
The
I say,
Bears are who we thought they were. And we
now I
didn't
can
let them
say,
off the hook this time because we got Justin Fields. That's right.
now I can say BBQ. You know what that stands for? Black Bears quarterback. Oh, I'm fired today, royalty. I don't know what's happening right now, but the synopsis is clicking. It might be like this all episode, but BBQ for real. Shouts out to you, Justin.
And all I
McCaskey.
gotta
Let's get
say
it started,
is,
bro. Austin.
all I gotta say
Maybe
is the
pour up another one.
Bears are back.
Oh, so
Okay,
we were
let's not go
recording.
that far.
Oh shit! Damn, my
Go.
bad. I came
Let's
back
go.
in. That's all
Oh,
on
we've been
camera.
recording.
Fuck.
Where you been,
Fuck.
man?
I think he was
Yes.
getting a drink.
I went to pour a drink for your ass. I come back. We already recorded.
Yep.
Everyone saw me just pour my
Austin
drink
is
up. Damn.
if Austin gets a little bit wild, he's drunk. So I guess we
Hey,
all trying to
but
play catch up.
I get
But
wild,
it's a
but not too wild. You know what I mean?
No, you like MGK out here. You a wild boy. You a
No, no.
wild
come
boy.
on, man.
I don't know if I've
Damn,
reached
boy.
I don't know if I've reached a new level of adulthood, because I was thinking about this the other day, but I consistently get drunk. Not consistently, but I get drunk.
That sounded so bad.
I was like, not consistently, but like I'll get drunk, like say like a Monday or Tuesday, or recently, because me and gang, which is my sister and our family, will go out like every Tuesday or Wednesday, get tore up, and then I have to go to work the next day. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what adults do. And I was like, oh, this is not cool, but you know
Depressing.
yeah, I was about to say it's not cool, but we'll make it happen.
Especially when it happens like accidentally. Like you go out and you're like having dinner and you plan to have like a glass of
You're
wine.
like, no, I'll be fine. One drink is it.
And
Yes.
then you keep drinking. They just keep coming, you're having a good time. They keep refilling you, and you're like, then all of a sudden you're fucked up.
And you get
Yeah,
the tab,
you
you'd be
see
like,
a friend like after work
the
or
hell?
something, like it just turns into it's an accident drunk. That's what I
First of
call
all,
it. It was
I
all an
haven't seen.
accident. I didn't want this to happen.
Yeah.
I'm almost upset that I haven't been able to go into the office, because my office is downtown. Because I can't even imagine the amount of people that I would be like, oh, let's just get a drink, and then I end up coming home at like midnight just because of who I am as a person.
Dude, no, that happened with me all the time at work, because we're like an advertising agency. So there's drinks, there's happy hours, there's like Halloween party, there's just like field day, like there's a scat, like you just get drunk for whatever fucking reason. And I would take the train, like we would take the train together, and I would like end up coming home at like midnight accidentally, because you're just like, you get sucked in.
It's a beautiful. I probably would just at that point, I'd probably make the commitment to at least move a little bit closer. But I don't have to worry about that.
Did y'all know what day it is?
Yeah, today's Tuesday.
It's National Take a Shot Day, bro.
May the 4th be with you and with
National
you.
Take a Shot Day.
I'm not doing that.
Today
I'm not
the
doing
4th,
that, but
Tuesday.
May the 4th be with you.
I mean, I'm just saying. Everyone else making up these holidays. Let's make up our own, y'all.
Right. Charles, I'm not going to lie to you.
It's a new day for
Charles, they didn't make that shit up. That's been the thing for a long time.
No, but I swear every year there's always something new. It's just like, oh, show your third best friend that you love them day. Like, come on, bro. This shit getting ridiculous now. Come on, man.
Come on, stop capping, Charles. You know,
these calendar days, I ain't never heard of none of these shit growing
Charles,
up. And now I get to past 21 and all this shit come through. Like, come on, man.
Maybe this is the Nigerian in me, but I think it's cool that America tries to celebrate every single holiday. I always thought that was something cool because Nigerian people, they'll celebrate anything on God.
And be like, oh shit, your baby just turned 1.5. We turning up
every time, man. You just graduated. You graduated elementary school or first grade. We turning up.
Oh shit, you going to the third grade? Hey, we throwing a banger in it.
Exactly. Every single time, man.
That's how Puerto Ricans are too. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell.
It is funny, but you be realizing how like, yeah, no wonder that these people are most of the time they don't get bent out of everything because they be partying like their life depend on it.
Facts.
But this is how I wanted to just throw this out there because I know a lot of people went out this weekend because we finally got that first taste of a summer in Chicago, and we almost had forgot how lit Summertime Shy is. I know I did, because on Sunday, it was my brother, I guess you would say brother-in-law or but whatever you want to call it, birthday. We went out to brunch. We went to a couple of spots.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw you, man.
I got to the Airbnb.
I haven't seen you that lit in a long time.
Boy,
man, you were taking a water gun to the head.
I seen you that lit since the Lexi house days, man. I'm just saying.
But we don't gotta talk about
local
legend.
Boy.
But we're not gonna talk about it. Yeah, but I say I was trying to enjoy myself. But let's just say I got to the Airbnb, right? And it just hit me because it was hot. It was hot, bro. It was like 80 degrees outside. I got to the Airbnb, and because I knew people would be looking for me, I went to the bathroom, shut the door, and I fell asleep for almost an hour and a half. Sitting on the toilet. Like,
you pulled one of this again, dog?
No, yeah. I didn't have my pants off or anything. Like literally, I was asleep on the toilet.
I'm not saying that, but
you know how
just
I like
locked yourself in the bathroom.
Easy. And then
you know how many times we had to come looking for you because you locked yourself in the bathroom?
Because that's the most. I don't think people understand. Nobody's gonna go looking for you if you go to the bathroom.
I got a local legends moment of my man right here.
I don't know what it is.
Talking about locking himself in the bathrooms. I'm not gonna go into details, but my man's here. We were at the club. All of a sudden, we're getting liquored up, doing whatever. All of a sudden, Deja disappears, like straight disappears. We're like, where'd he go? He's gone. We go down the bathroom. There's like this club has those stall doors where it's completely like hardwood. You can't see underneath. They're just like those type of doors. And we're like, we can't find this man. He either left or he's in this one stall that you can't get into because there's no way underneath. Sure enough, this man locked himself in there. We are banging on there. Like, hey, this man was sleeping. He was slumped in the club stall for an hour, just like he said. But we didn't know. The bouncer didn't know. Nobody knew.
Not even the dude in the bathroom who handed you the mints and shit knew that he was slumped in
it. He acted like he didn't see anybody. That the fucking guy that asked for money for washing your hands.
No, for giving you put soap in your hands. No. Shout out to that dude though, because he underrated. But like
this man was slumped at the club after a few shots, all this stuff. He was out.
Bro, I'm allergic to alcohol.
You are allergic to if you don't shut your ass.
Allergic to alcohol. I mean, I think you've gotten better. I've seen you going out and stuff. You don't seem like you're throwing up now.
No, man, I'm too grown for all that, man.
You're too grown. I think you just have handled yourself better. I think that's what happened.
What's the most embarrassing time y'all thrown up? Like,
wow, that's a good one.
Oh man, I got
for me.
Daisy actually low key. I have an embarrassing one too that Daisy see me. But
for me, it was I was at unofficial at EIU.
That makes sense.
And I had at the time, borrowed one of my buddy's IDs. Shout out to my boy. I ain't gonna snitch on you, but shout out to my boy. Let me borrow
Hey,
his
we
ID.
got a fake ID.
I was 20 at the time. You know, they'd be looking at the bar, they'd be like, all right, you good? Go ahead. If you just look somewhat like the person. So I get in there, and I've been drinking the whole time throughout the whole day. And one shot of fucking, what was it? I want to say it was like a Jaeger bomb. We did a Jaeger bomb. Took that down. We go outside on the patio. Next thing you know, I'm just standing there. People are talking to me. I just zone out. I can't hear anybody. And the next thing you know, I just chuck that shit all on the patio.
That's crazy.
And my friend takes me back to the townhome they're staying in. And I'm just in the bathroom still yakking up. And apparently people recorded me. She left a glass of water next to me because I was on the toilet. Like, all I remember is waking up. It was like wet as hell around me. Glass of water was knocked over. I was halfway outside into the living room, and half of my body was in the bathroom. And these motherfuckers recorded videos of shooting spitballs on me and shit because I was just that passed out.
Wow, you ain't even got drunk, friends, bro.
No, if you don't do that to your homie, they knocked out. Come on, man. Come on, man.
No, we fighting. What you mean? I ain't never messed with one of my
dudes.
That's
fun. Hey, it was a long weekend. That was the first day I was there. I got him back. It's okay. I got him back. I got him back.
Damn.
That was crazy, though, son. To see that video of me just slump, I was just dead. I was halfway in the bathroom, halfway out of the bathroom.
I would say one of my most embarrassing moments was when me and Deja went to ISU. I was like half naked in Brett's bathroom, and people would like people just didn't give a fuck. They were just pissing over me and stuff. Like I was dead in this bathroom. Like no one gave a fuck. I locked myself in there, and then people broke in because it's just a bunch of drunk college people. So people are just pissing over me. I'm like fading in and out, like, oh, hey, Trent, like, what's up? Just pissing, like, in the toilet right now.
No, Trent would just leg over you.
Yeah, or, like, just random.
Shout out to my boy, Trent.
I did way too much, way too many things all at once. I did everything that day.
It's when you were young and you just mixed
everything.
But you know
what's so funny about that, Austin? You wasn't even that bad compared. You just was the first one to tap out. Because I couldn't even speak English by the end of the night. That was the most wild part.
I actually had a bounce back, and then people died. Like, I went out. Me and you both did, but then people did not.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like, I was literally at the club speaking like,
I have those videos. You weren't even speaking English.
Blah. That's what I was.
That's one of the first times I seen you drink all day and night without throwing up.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm not even bro. I'm telling everybody.
Those unofficials be rough, bro.
Bro, I'm a lightweight.
I don't know how I made it through some of them.
I mean, the amount of drinking. I mean,
every spring break I went on, I've thrown up at least 3 or 4 times. But if I had to go my most embarrassing moment, because usually, throwing up to me became not embarrassing anymore. Because I had did it so often. Because again, like I said,
man, fuck that. Sometimes you gotta go throw up and come back to the party strong.
Yeah,
but that's exactly who I was, Charles. But I'm just saying, I'm allergic to alcohol because
don't let the shorties know you threw up, though. I'm just saying.
They would never know. I'm smooth.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta keep that. If your boy sits it on
some shit like that too, like throw up and then I see them making out with a girl later. That's fucking disgusting, bro.
I know a lot of girls who've done the same thing.
Fucking,
we ain't gonna just put it on guy. It's on both sides.
Wild.
Everybody.
I ain't gonna name some names. I can say this when we're not on here, but I know a nasty ass man plenty of times that I cannot say it right now.
Bro, no, I'm just playing.
I'm too much of a germaphobe. Even when I'm drunk and I've done it, I'll be like, I'm cool as fuck.
Bro, when I tell you who this is now, right now, man, you're gonna be blown. You'd be
what is it?
Dad,
what is
really? After, because I want to
know.
No,
I will. I can't.
We ain't gotta.
Can't do that to my man. But
I feel like I know who it is. I feel like I know who it is.
I couldn't believe it.
I don't even know who this is. I don't even. But if I think about the most, I don't even know.
Some embarrassing stories.
Like okay, you go first, Rachel. I'm still thinking of mine. Go ahead.
There's a few. I'm trying to think of some because all right. So if I'm in a bad mental state and I drink, I will always throw up. Like if I'm having a bad day or something bad happens and I find out and I get sad when I'm drunk, I will usually end up throwing up. So like, I have like an embarrassing story recently because like I'm 26. I shouldn't still be throwing up at parties. Like that's pretty embarrassing.
Who the hell says? Who the hell
Who
says?
said that? Come on.
Yeah.
Very embarrassed.
Who
But
said
a
that?
funny, embarrassing story, we'll say. I'll go funny, embarrassing. Make my mom proud. I was in high school. I think we were seniors, and I went to visit my sister at NIU.
Yeah.
And we went out with like a bunch of Streamwood people. So like Katie LaCory, Brianna Ropo, like that whole crew, and we were like drinking and like having a great time. And we ended up going to some frat house. I don't know who or where or whatever. I ended up like sitting on the sink in a community bathroom, like making out with some strange guy. I don't know how it happened. And then I had like that like drunk come to Jesus moment where like you like sober up in a second, you're like, I need to throw up right now. And so I like pushed this guy by his face away from me, just walk into a stall, throw up, and then I find my sister and I'm like, we have to go. And we got into like a sober cab because it was a frat party, and they drove us like back to my sister's dorm because she was only a freshman. We get upstairs and I'm like puking into the toilet, and then I realized that I also have to go to the bathroom at the same time. And so I'm like sitting in the toilet and I have a bag in my and then my sister also has to puke. And I'm clearly in the toilet. So she starts puking in the shower, and there's a picture of us somewhere where like I'm on the toilet, like head slumped over, and she's on the ground, like head slumped over, and we're both just like KO'd.
There's a photo somewhere.
I'm not gonna lie, but when I think about college, sometimes I'm like, wow, I really had a great time. I don't even want to redo college because the way I did it was so correct that like I just, I don't want to ruin the experience that I had because I don't think I could do it any better. I had.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
I always feel bad when people like Cody didn't love his college experience. I always feel bad because like I didn't have the best. Like I definitely had some rough times and some rough years, but like I still loved where I went to college. I still like would overall say I had a great time. And it makes me sad when people don't.
Yeah. But I don't think the experience, I think the experience in general, if you look at it and you're like, wow, that was really like worth it. Because sometimes I feel like that just happens in anything you do. Like there's gonna be lows, there's gonna be highs. But like, I mean, me and Austin basically took off the last month and a half of school and we just partied our lives away.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was like, wow, this was it's probably one. I mean, I remember a lot of things about college, but like, I always remember like me and this man, Austin, literally went everywhere and everywhere. And we just had an amazing time. And I got into more trouble than he did, but that's just who I am as a person. But we don't got to talk about all that.
You're such a Sagittarius, Daisy. Jesus Christ.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my. All right, but I have
Daisy. What did your moon say today?
I don't even know, but I will look. But if I had two moments, I got two moments. So the first one is, I think I talked about it on the podcast before, but the most embarrassing moment is when the whole entire football team thought the season was over week 5 or week 6 of the season because we lost like the most important game. Everybody got tore up. I came back home. It looked like a tornado ran through my room. And then I saw that there was throw up in my dresser on all my clothes.
Yeah.
And then at the same token, I also threw up in the toilet and also was going to the bathroom at the same time. Woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning with my pants half off, then went back into the bed. And then I was still fully clothed. And I was like, yo, what the hell happened? And everybody was like, oh, you was OTS. And I was like, oh, I was OTS? They was like, nah, yeah, you was OTS. And then I was like, okay, well, don't divulge too much because I don't want to know what I did.
People who don't know what OTS is, could you let them know?
OTS, for people who are not of the culture, or who are not, I should say, who are not of the culture, correct. OTS means off the shits.
Don't get it mistaken with OTF and that shit Lil Durk be saying.
That's only the family. The other time that I was really embarrassed was literally almost a year to the day. Oh no, a year and a couple months. The first night that we had gone to Florida or Orlando, or was it Tampa or whatever, we was in Florida, and we were about to go on the cruise. Uh, for whatever reason, I had.
Isn't that yeah? No, go on.
For
I was
whatever
gonna
reason,
say something. Never mind.
no, it's fine. You can say something if you want to.
No, it's okay. Keep going.
Okay, so the only reason why I was embarrassed, right, is literally we had enjoyed ourselves. We played this one drinking game, and I had whatchamacallit? What are those things? The seltzers,
Like a White Claw?
a White Claw, and then
the thought juice.
there we go. No, that's let's call that white girl beverages. WB.
No. Oh
WG,
God, Rachel,
WGB.
don't let her get that off, Rachel.
Dang.
Don't let her
It's
get
cool.
that off.
Damn, that's crazy.
Don't let her get that off. No.
But anyways, we'll keep it going. I didn't say nothing, but so we had to drink it, right, and then like everybody was like, all right, let's cool out, like then we'll do whatever tomorrow, and then we'll go on the cruise. So that night when we first got there, and after everybody cooled out at night, I literally laid down in the bed, and I was like, fuck, I know I have to throw up, but I couldn't throw up because somebody was already using the bathroom. So I walked my ass outside, and I literally threw up on the front yard.
Lawn, you lawn yard, fart, hard, yard.
I was throwing up, and I was throwing up out there for almost like an hour, right? And then I walked in, I looked at myself, and I had grass. I was wet. I was sweating. I felt like I was in a battle.
Oh, that just reminded me of a funny ass drunk story I have. Like,
and then I took my ass to the shower. Took my ass to the shower, and then I went to bed for like 2 hours. And then by that time, it was like, all right, we'll get up. And then I wasn't right for the rest of the trip. I'm pretty sure that's why I was sick as hell the whole entire trip. But that's besides the point. But that was embarrassing.
I mean,
I don't.
I got one more story after you're done.
Daisy, I don't know if that's
one more story.
Embarrassing.
One more story
for myself, Austin. For myself.
I just remembered a story. I remember I used to drink back at, shout out to Tommy Blasco, the homie, at his house over in Little Creek in Streamwood, and like his house connected to like the back pass, like bike trail pass that they had back there. All you had to do was hop the fence. Well, one day it was late as hell. Everyone else was being whack as hell. So I grabbed 2 beers and I run off. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. And I run off, jump the fence, and I was out there chilling, drinking by myself at like a little gazebo with a table there. I don't even remember what time it was, but I remember after I was done drinking those 2 beers, I was so fucked up. I tried to stand up and I lost my balance, fell over, slammed my back on the ground. Somehow busted my ankle. I come back into Tommy's house at like 6 in the morning. He looks at me and is like, dude, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm fine. I turn around. He's like, what the fuck is there grass on your back? It's like, don't worry about it. But see,
don't worry
go to
about
bed.
it.
You just gotta hit us one of those. Don't worry about it. You just gotta hit that. Don't worry about it and go to sleep, man. That was a rough night. I was so tore up.
You came back to Tommy's house that late in his haunted ass house. You probably almost got murdered,
that was crazy. That was just. I just remember being like, dude, are you sure you're okay? There's a bunch of grass on your back. It's like, don't worry about it. Went to bed. Oh no, that's crazy.
You're crazy. Man.
Oh no, man.
They're wild. I mean, that was before I was 21. That was like 18 to 21. The journey from 18 to 21, which I feel like you get more fucked up from 18 to 21 than you do when you actually turn 21. And then
I don't know that. I feel like it's bad regardless. I feel like until you actually learn that like this ain't for you, the amount of like the amount of turn you get is irrelevant until you have like that one life changing like turn
where you like
turn up
I
where you turned up too far.
Were
you out for like 2.5 days, and you were like,
hey,
wow.
Youngins, let me tell you, the hangovers only get worse the older you get.
I feel like it's been like changing though. Like it's not the same. We get drunk, but you just get drunk differently now.
Yeah.
If you forget to drink that glass of water before you go to sleep now, you was feeling that shit in the morning. I'm just saying.
That's exactly what I got.
That,
I got I got the pills. I got a gigantic glass of water. And then when I go walk my
that shit at
ass
6
up,
o'clock in the morning.
I get a coffee and I get myself like a Pedialyte type of drink. That's what happens.
I like
it's
Gatorade,
a whole process.
Yeah.
Dude, there was some high school bangers though, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Patrick Seeger, man. I remember he had a banger.
Shout out to the whole.
They had no chasers. The motherfucker just had Mio. We was just throwing Mio and straight alcohol and drinking that shit.
Actually,
that's crazy.
I want to take back
on that. That's crazy.
I want to take back my most embarrassing moments of being drunk because I didn't even think about the first time I ever got drunk. That was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. But we could talk about that another time. Shout out to the SWOOD though, because y'all, we really did turn up. We really did.
Yeah, no, the SWOOD had some great moments. I remember those high school parties.
Illegal as hell. Just stealing alcohol, doing what we need to do.
Shout out AJ Mitchell's house, man.
I'm going out
shout
the
out
back.
AJ Mitchell's. Those are some good times.
Those are great.
Shout out to what? I'm not saying who stole it. That what you mean?
Oh yeah, shout out to Simon. That one party where I just happened to leave right before
the game. Wait a minute. You're talking about Mr. Clutch, bro? Say his name. You talking about Mr. Clutch?
First of all, how y'all gonna talk about? How you gonna talk about Streamwood parties, SWOOD parties, and not even mention the league? Y'all are trifling, bro.
The league set that party up. Y'all was always in that bitch though. Y'all was live as hell. I ain't gonna lie,
bro. We had the theme ABC. Let them up. No, bro, we was out here having.
But you never hosted the parties. You were always just at.
Point. It's because of this. Is what I've been trying to tell people. We didn't post it because why make it public, right? It's word of mouth. That's what builds the anticipation. That's what leads to the exclusivity, and that's what leads to us not getting caught.
We don't need the FBI looking at our posts and shit on Facebook. Come on, man. We ain't need that. We just do our thing and the feds watching. Come on, man. We can't have that.
Remember when we were about to have that? Well, when we were at Sean's old house, we were about to have a rager.
Right, exactly my point. We had parties, theme parties, and the theme was just be basically half naked. Come on, man. Like who was doing that in high school, man? Only in Streamwood. Was we nasty? A little bit. Was we having fun?
Man, this is peak Tiger days. You know what I'm saying? We talking about that. Make it nasty.
Oh my God.
Make it come
Rack
on.
City?
Motherfuckers don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that, man. Y'all don't know about that mixtape.
No, that's when No
They
Feelings
know
came
about
out.
the mixtape, man. Come on, man.
That's when Drake first came out, man. Stop playing with me, man. I be trying, man.
Speaker knockers, RIP, man.
Man, that's why
bands came out, man.
Real one.
I literally used to go to parties, bro, with compression shorts on so that my Woody would stay in my mother sucking pants.
Oh man. Yo, we here to rage off the rails right now.
Hey, don't cap. Back in the day, hey, y'all need to stop playing. Y'all need to stop playing.
Somebody clip that.
I'll
Put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. Put that quote on a t-shirt. Put that quote on a t-shirt.
Let's not act it. I know y'all miss parties. I know y'all. Anybody who grew up in SWOOD, I know y'all miss parties. That's why we mad about the club, because we used to go to parties and it used to be juking. It used to be people having fun, dancing, all that stuff. I used to sing at parties, bro, like a fool with no karaoke.
I used to be at them lake house parties with the bros, man. Stupidest shit I ever did. Stupidest shit I ever did drunk.
Local legend. We run these hoes. You know
stupidest shit I ever did
drunk.
drunk.
Local legend. Rachel, I apologize, but this outdate's just gone. She is gone.
Oh no! Oh no! The
We
fans
missed a
really watching.
We missed a great opportunity for a great reaction there.
The dumbest shit I've ever did drunk
Rachel,
though is
I'm
I went
sorry,
skinny dipping. I took
when that
everything
man
off but
said
my
that
glasses.
shit, I was dying. I couldn't believe the words that came out of that mouth of his.
That's wild.
I'm dead.
Oh, Rachel, why is everyone gone?
I don't know.
It's just me and you. Why is everyone getting kicked out?
What's that? I'm not kicking anyone out. They're just disappearing.
What is going on?
I'm gonna pause it.
You look like you struggling, like you drunk as hell.
There we go.
Wow.
Yo, my bad, royalty.
Hey, we just ended on the most
the
ridiculous
hang up button.
But
that was
saying,
a wild
man,
statement, bro.
Wow.
We run these
Imagine,
hoes. I wanted to see the live reaction. We missed it.
Dumbest shit I ever did drunk though. I went skinny dipping and forgot to take off my glasses. But so I found my glasses after I jumped in. I was like, damn. And somebody was like, yo, the water. I know, I wouldn't have happened. Somebody was like, the water's still right now. You can find it. I was like, you know what? You right. I just moved my feet around, found it real quick. I was like, oh shit, we good. But
you wouldn't have been able to see, dog.
That was risky. I would have been blind as a motherfucker.
Like, if you didn't have your glasses though, then you couldn't see what was going on.
Too, and I drove up there too, and I drove a stick shift car at the time, bro. You don't understand.
Oh, wow.
Nobody knows how to drive stick. Ain't nobody getting back. My car's stuck there, bro. I'm gonna have to catch a ride, get a new prescription to come back in my car.
I'm just mad that we had to have that moment over Zoom because I couldn't imagine if we was all together. And
I would have been
we might have had to stop the podcast because I don't know.
To go ahead, add the bleeps in. I don't care.
Or Daisy.
I edited. I got you. Yeah. All I was gonna say is
we cannot have Chow. We need a good bleep too. We need like a please stand by.
Gotta go back to that like that little that commercial break. That commercial break. We'll be right back. Like that.
Exactly.
Somebody just cut it. Oh no!
Wow, y'all
cannot believe the words coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
I guess I'm snitching for telling somebody to get on someone's ass for being wild back in the day, a homie. But it is what it is. It's cool. It's just whatever.
Do you not know who I was? The wild one in general in high school. I just did.
I know, but you just said the league, and you acting like people who are from the SWOOD don't know who the league was.
The league consisted of a lot of people. There's multiple people who are in the league. We actually sworn in multiple people, so that's why it could be.
Who were the main league? Who were the Ninja Turtles of the league, though?
There was no Ninja Turtles. It was more like the Justice League.
I'm fucking done.
It was more like the Justice League.
No, that's a good comparison. Are you right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
we actually.
I wasn't part of the Justice League. No, that is a league.
We used to have just our little group that we used to go out to just like a little Friday night dinner. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Saturday night after game dinners. You know, this started when we were like end of freshman year. We had a little. It wasn't even called the league. Then,
certified.
It started way before that though.
Yeah, I've been making groups since freshman year. To be honest with you,
I was
in one of them.
I'm part of the Justice. You know, I'm like Justice.
People
the first Justice League that came out.
Dog.
The second one wasn't Justice League Unlimited. I'm a part of Justice League Unlimited when it comes to that, so it's cool.
Exactly my point.
That was a good comparison.
Sometimes I don't want to say it, but sometimes people don't realize how funny I was. Like I don't like to talk out my humor, but I just like to make jokes. Like we was over here naming ourselves like we was like, what's the show with the dude named Turtle? Entourage. That's what we were doing all the time.
Entourage, 4 years old. Show. That's a really good show.
Yeah, so I was just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're young, you do that stuff. You have fun.
Swag fee, man. We were out here just burning everybody.
And that's when I caught oh my God, funny story about that. So in track, we named ourselves Swag Feet because we was faster than everybody. And one track meet, we had won, right? But like after I had finished the meet or my leg of the race, because it was like a 4x2, I literally caught a butt cramp and I was like, yo, I can't even move. And I don't know if you've ever felt a butt cramp, but like I'm telling you right now, in that moment, I was like,
dude,
Just take the
I've
wheel.
held on my cousin's shoulder because I had such a bad butt cramp. Like, the back of your thigh, like your quad back here, all the way up to your foot. You can't stand. You can't stand. It's impossible.
You be like,
you'd be done.
I feel like I just got shot in my ass. That's what you be
that
saying.
That shit is crazy. No, that's crazy.
All right, I guess we're done with the wildest. I guess.
What are we getting into now?
We gotta save some for another episode.
We gotta say something.
We gotta save some for another happy hour episode.
It's not even some. We have plenty. That's the thing. I got bolts of this stuff, bro. We all lived a very interesting life, and I just like to say that sometimes I live dangerously.
Yeah.
Deja be out here like Cuban Jr.
Well, Austin, you definitely seen me. My whole entire life, especially my college career, I was a little bit more reckless. But
when you chipped your tooth when you ran into that door.
Hold on, Deja was a Cuban. Hold on, Deja was a Cuban Gooding Jr. in college when he was drunk.
I would say I was more charming.
Somebody sucked that baby's. No, I'm just playing.
What the hell?
Y'all see that?
When you said it, I was a little bit more charming.
Cuban Gooding Jr. is wild when he's fucked up. Man.
Definitely not that aggressive.
No.
Definitely not that aggressive.
No, bro. Yo, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share that on the Suburban Gigs page. I'm gonna make it a meme and be like, nobody Deja when he's drunk, and it's just gonna be that little snippet.
You cap
it.
That
Cuban Gooding Jr. Fucking.
You cap it, sir. All right. Yeah. Now, okay, let's get into the serious portion of the show. What are we talking and discussing this week? It's really not that serious.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know because it's my week.
And no, I'm just saying I don't even know anymore because that was just an off.
Yeah, because that was literally like 40 minutes of just wild.
Hey, that's why we don't have to get into it, and we can continue this another time. But honestly, it's okay because we've been getting. We started getting feedback again because for whatever reason, Royalty, you're starting to pick up the listenership, which is a beautiful thing. So shout out to y'all.
For whatever reason, it's because we're awesome. Oh,
we appreciate y'all.
See you later, Daisy.
No,
I was about to say, no, I'm still here. But yeah, I guess we'll get into it real quick. So I guess before we got into all that craziness and just reminiscing about how
this is supposed to be a wholesome podcast. This episode, I promise y'all.
It was
not.
It
really was.
Baby.
Can we be honest? Have we ever been a wholesome podcast? Have we ever been wholesome?
No.
Yeah, okay. We raunchy. We're real.
Too dirty, baby.
Yeah.
We're real.
Yeah, raunchy.
Ratchet. We a sprinkle of
we
ratchet.
Ain't raunchy. We're just raw, Rachel. Raw.
That's worse than raunchy. I don't know. I say we're pretty raunchy. I mean, look at what I just said, and then we also had a whole podcast talking about sex, and then we've talked about fetishes.
But the thing that people don't realize is that the original sex episode was way raunchier than
that episode was so great. That was
honestly.
Oh man,
honestly, that could have been in an erotica show. Like I was like,
it was
I listened back to that. I was like, hold on, let's not get people excited in this.
Shout out to my girl Jam. I gotta get my girl Jam back on again, man.
No holds barred. There's no holding back on anything episode.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't post that because some of us may have gotten in trouble.
Oh no! I mean, the way y'all was applying pressure, I definitely got Jesus fucking Christ, man.
But it's sex. You should. Let's not get into it.
Fine.
Go ahead, Rich.
But we ain't gotta say nothing anymore because that's
put
in the bag.
Maybe we just have like a whole.
That's over.
It's over. Where all we do is talk about that stuff for like a month.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about
and me. Let's talk about all the good things.
That Homer Simpson. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
All right. So what was he going to talk about? I guess we was going to try to talk.
We're going to talk about sibling
relationships. Wow, crazy. My sister just showed me some more alcoholic beverages.
It'll be hard out here, yo.
No,
be happy you only got one sister. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, snap.
Oh, those are really good.
Okay, yeah.
Be
Yeah,
happy you only
these are
got one
decent.
sister, dog. I'm just saying.
I am. I
I
definitely
love
am.
all my sisters. I love them to fucking death. But God,
I'm
damn,
definitely happy.
but
I don't know if I don't know if I could spread myself that thin amongst women,
Jesus.
if that makes sense.
Jesus.
Not in that weird way, but like energy wise.
Yeah.
Because when you have
Boy,
sisters,
you ain't never been in a house with all three of them and your mom cycling at the same time. I'm just saying.
yeah, but like
Yeah,
I
that
think
shit's wild.
I mean,
hate
yeah,
that
I
shit.
guess both of you, because Austin definitely got you only
You
have
don't
sisters
even
too.
know, cuz.
But I'd be
You don't
surrounded by
even
women.
know.
But like besides my brother and my dad, like the majority of my family is women. So like I'm always around women. So I know what y'all are talking about. I guess I don't get it as bad as y'all want. And anybody who's met my sister, she's like three women in one. So like not in a bad way, but like,
Shout out Suki G, man.
yeah,
She's a real one.
she has a lot of she's an
Shout out.
entity. She's a force. So
Shout
like
outs on shout outs.
so
I
like
knew
with
she
that,
was. I was gonna say a funny joke. I'm not gonna say.
yeah, don't get slapped.
Oh,
Don't
tread
get
lightly
slapped.
there, kid.
No,
Yeah,
no. I was gonna say I knew she was a real one. It was back in the day when we was all young in elementary school when she actually tried to throw a fist at me and throw hands. And I was like, "Damn, hold on,
She don't
relax."
play. She don't play. I
Jeez.
could tell you multiple. I
God
could tell you
damn.
multiple stories.
She a real one. She a real one.
Of my sister and how she don't play. But let's not. We could just talk about whatever. Okay, so let's start off real simple. What's your favorite sibling memory?
Favorite sibling memory.
I like how we all are.
Like a good one?
Yeah,
just favorite memory.
Yeah.
Favorite memory. It doesn't have to good or bad. It could be whatever you want it to be.
I remember it's kind of a sibling memory, but kind of not. I remember so my brother's 4 years older than me, and he was playing for the Streamwood Falcons, as you do. And this was back when my mom would still, dress me in like dresses and frilly skirts and matching shit with my sister. And I really didn't like that, obviously. And I would always go to like the football practice, and my dad was one of the coaches, and I would pretend to like be on the team, and I would just like run onto the field in the middle of like practice plays and just start tackling my brother and all of his friends. And they always thought it was really cool. At least in my head, they thought it was cool. I was like this little like 6-year-old tackling these 10-year-old boys, and it was just really, I don't know, it was really fun. And I think that it was just really cool to have like a fun relationship with my older brother, because I could have easily been like an annoying nuisance as a little sister, but it was
which
just
you often are, yeah. Or that's the perception, is that you're an annoyance, yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
For me, it's kind of hard just because, like, my older sister is like 11 years older than me, and my second oldest sister is like 8 years older than me. And my younger sister is 4 years younger than me. But there was a time where I was super young. My younger sister was super young, but we would all play Mario Kart together. And that was just good times. I don't know. Just all talking shit to each other, even though I was a little kid. She was a little kid, but that was fun. I mean, I guess. It's just kind of, I don't know, to pick my favorite moment. It's just kind of hard because I don't want to just pick an individual one, like one sibling, and then just be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should have been like, what's the
Honestly,
moment you remember the most?
I'm gonna say, now that we're all adults and we're all around each other, like we've had some pretty good memorable moments now as adults, like just chilling, just actually drinking all with each other and just having fucking good vibes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just talking shit, having good fucking times as siblings.
That's what it's supposed to be, Charles.
That's what I'm saying. I know. But it's just weird because my two older sisters have so much more years on me. It's kind of hard to like.
Yeah, I understand that.
Pick a particular time.
Yeah.
And I'm the only boy, so I was always just kind of just like cool with all my sisters, but at the same time, I just hung out with all my guy friends. In a way,
I feel that.
It's because just like
because you didn't have a brother. It's weird when you don't have a brother.
That's what I'm saying. All I really had was my dad. Yeah.
Yeah, you take it for granted because there's certain things that like brothers do that dads can't do, and that's because they're trying to raise you. So, but brothers, it's cool. It's cool being an older brother to a younger brother, and I'm starting to see that now with my own brother. Just because I can see just the joy he's having watching me grow into my own manhood. But we could talk about that. But anyways, Austin J, what's your favorite moment? Or I should say, what's your most memorable moment? What's your most memorable?
I think some great times is when my sister would have friends over, whether it be new or old friends, and I would just bother the shit out of them. I wouldn't bother shit out. I would say Sydney would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm having friends over tonight," and then like maybe it's their first time or whatever. But I just am who I am, like always. So
yep.
It's like they're like, "Oh, that's your brother," and I just act like a fool in front of them. And Cindy would just always be, she'd be I guess embarrassed, but I don't know. I always thought it was funny. We just had a good time. So
yeah, that's sad.
I'm gonna change mine. Mine was when I spoke with my youngest sister for the first time, and she had me in tears the entire time.
Got you.
That's my favorite sibling moment.
When did you?
Just because, oh man, that was crazy. That was just great vibes.
Go ahead,
when
Rachel.
did you first realize that like your siblings were like cool? You know what I mean? Because you grew up with them, especially like I grew up, my sister was only a year older than me, and my brother was 4 years older than me. So I didn't like spend a lot of time with my older brother until after we were like graduated from high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't know, like I just thought he was like, my older brother, we didn't spend a lot of time together. Like when did you first realize that your siblings were like cool people that you actually liked?
My sister, it was freshman year in high school. My brother, literally, it was probably, I want to say it was like when I was in like middle school. I've been trying to be like my brother for a long time, which is weird, but like not weird because I just always, there's a lot of things that people don't know about me unless they've met Tunde, and then they could see his influence on my life because I do a lot of things because I had my brother, aka Tunde, in my life. So for I can't even remember.
Try to go to ways, but they never lived up to your brother's ways. Yeah, you had some legendary. I'm talking about the tsunami was coming when I saw your brother take the do-rag off. I ain't even gonna cap.
Tunde's waves, bro. When I'm talking about,
I'm telling you, it was a tsunami. Every time the man took the wave, I'm telling you, bro, every time he took the do-rag off, it was a tsunami coming.
Bro, all you have to do is get your surfboard, and I guarantee you would have been riding all them up. But yeah, I don't remember a time where I didn't think my older brother was like the coolest person on earth, it's weird to say now that I think about it. But like, yeah, I've always wanted to be like, even to the fact that like Tunde is like, if I was as skinny as you, bro, I'd wear whatever I want. And that's literally what I do. You know what I'm saying? I wear whatever I want. I don't match half the time, but it always works. And, a lot of people are annoyed by it. I don't know why, because, I appreciate everybody as they are. I'm just going to wear 3 different colors and 2 or 5 different prints, and I'm just going to make it work for myself. That's what I decided early on in life. But, let me humble myself because, I'm not all that.
Okay. I mean, I can name all 3 of my siblings. So my first one from my older sister would be, she's 11 years older than me. I was younger is when she decided to go into the military, into the Air Force.
Right.
Like, I was like, oh, dude, you're a fucking badass, awesome person just because you even have the balls to even do this. Like, especially as a woman going into the military, so that was that. My second older sister is when we joint collaborated to beat The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64. Like, we both just fucking, I don't know. We couldn't beat it after a certain amount of years. We came back to it and then we beat it together. That shit was like really fucking awesome. Like just doing with her. And I was like, yo, you're not so bad after all. Because the 2 middle children always kind of clash somewhat. Just because, I mean, she is 8 years older than me, but I don't know. At the same time, just that cool little moment we had when we did that was dope. And then my youngest sister, it would be, I don't know, when I realized how like school smart and like how educated and how perfect she is. Like, I don't know. That was like from a young age. Like I could see that in her because I'm 4 years older than her. Like she's that in there from like when I was in 6th grade and she was like in 2nd grade. I could just be like, oh yeah, no, you ain't lazy. You on top of all your schoolwork and everything. Like, no, you got it. Like you super cool, man. Like, I don't know. You about to be the best out of all of us, in my opinion, when it comes to doing what you're gonna do. So that was like a super cool little moment for me too.
It sounds like a Miles Morales thing. You about to be the best of us, Miles.
Nah, man. Jack really is the best out of all of us. Out of all the children, in my opinion.
It's because she's learned from all.
She's seen everybody's mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
She has because if my older sister is 11 years older than me, 15 years all the way down to where she's at of fuck ups to get it right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, there's power in being the youngest sibling. A lot of people don't understand this. There's a lot that my sister doesn't do because I've made so many mistakes and my brother has made so many mistakes that half the time she'd be like, oh, I already know what that did to both of y'all, so I'm chilling. It's almost like a cocoon, like she's protected in a sense. So that's what I'm saying. That hey, that's a privilege to be the youngest child. I don't know why people be. I wish I could learn from other people's mistakes.
I mean, you get shit on by your older siblings, but at the end of the day, just know you're better than them. It's okay, man.
Yeah, that's fine. You could be better than me. You can take the rock.
As long as you got more than one sibling, because I don't know, when it's 2 children, you'd be like, actually, no, 3. Yeah, actually, no, 2 is a little. I don't know.
You might be the youngest. Dynamic of 3 is good.
But 3, come on, man. We see it at Ball Brothers. First one good, middle child trash. LaMelo
hey, stop coming at the middle kids, bro.
I'm a middle child, bro. What you want me to do?
I got that
right. I got that right. I can shit on my own kind. It don't matter.
Okay, you true.
I'm just saying.
All right, so I guess now we got to turn it to White Man and Rachel. What about y'all? When did you find out that your siblings were the coolest?
The coolest. Wow. I don't know. I'm the oldest, so like I don't know, man. I don't know. Sydney's always been the smartest out of all of us, so I would say kind of like what Charles said, but she's always been in at school and like she's a nurse now, so I've just always known that she was gonna be book smart, even though I was so mean to her when we were younger, but I knew she was gonna be, better than me and the rest of us, at least. I was the first one to go to college in her family, but she, it's not like she didn't, but her like graduating from being a nurse and everything, I knew she was going to be smart. So
look at Austin being look at Austin being in his damn feelings. Look at you, man.
I'm just saying, that's how it be, man.
And Madison, I'd say it's her now being a mom.
Wow.
Well, because before that, bro, she did reckless that shit. I didn't think she was cool. I think she was a dumbass. I'm being real.
That sibling shit be real. You'd be like, hey.
But like now that like, this all actually happened, like she's really like grown. So I think now is when I think she is the coolest, because her being a mom is like, she's done so many things that I don't think anybody expected. So
wow. Yeah. Oh, I wanna cry. Hey,
that was pretty deep.
It's an emotional moment, man.
That's some maturity in you, white man. I know you don't like to show it sometimes, but hey, you go, white man. You go, white man.
Oh my god.
You mute the mic for the sneeze.
Hey, goddamn. You guys are too much.
First of all, it's not wrong to be emotional, man. I feel like we all need to be a little bit more emotional. It's okay.
Hey, I'm light skinned. You know how I give it up, bro.
Yeah, I'm dark skinned with light skin tendencies, so I feel that, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel that in spirit. Go ahead, Rachel.
I'm like Drake out here.
That's hard. I mean, I feel like my brother really realized, like, I always thought he was like a good person. I always thought he was cool because he was older than me and he was my older brother, and like people like knew who he was, I guess. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I would say it was probably not that long ago. It was probably like while I was in college. That I first realized he was like actually really cool and like we were also friends. I don't know if there was like a specific moment that it happened. I think it was just a few times of, I mean, my family's gone through a lot, so it was just like a few times where it was just like reinforced that he was really always there for me and would always like support me in whatever I needed. That's really cool. And like I like love going over to my parents' house to just like hang out with him, and we'll just like randomly just get drunk together, and he'll text me and be like, hey, like let's just come over and drink. And I'm all right, like I'm fucking down, and we'll just play darts and we'll hang out and we'll talk. And he knows, I mean, obviously next to Cody, he probably knows the most about me, which I think is really cool for a sibling. And then we all know it's no secret in the world of Streamwood that my sister and I don't have the best relationship. But I will say that it's pissed me off a lot, but I have always admired that she just like doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks and she just does what she wants to do. Because like
Rachel, hold on. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Is she Sagittarius?
No, she's an Aquarius.
I was just joking.
But yeah, like she like it's you know, she really just does whatever the fuck she wants, and she's like, you know what, I'm doing the shit that I want that makes me happy. Like I don't give a fuck what you say about it. And I'm like, rude, but okay, like good for you, I guess.
But is it rude, Rachel? Like think about it. Is it
it's
rude?
Mad rude, bro.
No, it's not rude. I'm tired of people saying that.
I think it's some. I think it's
Rachel,
I
see. I know exactly where you're coming from.
I think,
I know.
I understand because you are like this, but I think at some points it can be rude. I'm not saying it.
It can't be. It can't be rude. I'm saying this right. It can't be rude if it's my life, right? That's what I be trying to tell people.
It's your life. If I could sacrifice the whole family for your life, like what are we doing,
other
bro?
people is what I'm saying.
Like, come on, bro.
Well, then, first of all,
that's all I'm saying.
First of all, I understand that, but you have to, if you love a person, you have to respect their decision and anything they do, right? Whether it's good, bad, or you feel indifferent about it. So my whole thing and crux of like anything that I'm doing is that if I'm doing this with bad intentions, yes, check me, right? Because I'm not a selfish person. I'm not. And I'm not a bad person, right? But you can't do these quote unquote selfish things, because I'm really not that selfish of a person. So maybe I empathize with Krista because I've done a lot of things, because right or wrong, I was like, well, I'm living my own life, and whether I hurt others, that necessarily is no longer, I don't want to say this insensitively, but like my only obligation to other human beings is that I just communicate my feelings and express and be as transparent as possible. Because after that, it's no longer my job. It's no longer my problem. That's how I'll put it. I can't feel for you is what I'm basically trying to say. Because, you know, a lot of people try to say, oh, we had this and that, but that is a relationship or a situation that we got in together. And I don't care if you're my parent, I don't care if you're my sibling, or I don't care if you're my significant other. At the end of the day, you have to understand that like we're both individuals in this. So it goes back and forth. Like I expect the same to be given to me that I give out to others, but I still got to make the best decision for myself, right?
True, but when that decision constantly just ends up blaming everyone else for the decision that you made, like,
okay, valid. You're valid.
Yeah, we don't
that's what I'm. We ain't gotta get that deep into it.
Yeah, we don't have to. That's all
I've been old enough. I've been moved on from that. But like that's how people when they don't know what they're talking about.
Further, but we get that you
in
have
the
to
moment.
Do what you want to do.
Turns out,
no, you're right.
Especially for siblings.
You're
that's
right.
What I'm saying.
Because as a family member, if I see something that is not necessarily you, it's my job to call it out because you know what? I've known you longer and I kind of know who you are. And you kind of want to protect the person from themselves. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, we're talking about family.
No, you're right.
But
we're
not talking about like other things.
No, but I also am talking about family because that's what. Then my follow-up question would be like, as we've all gotten older, right? Austin just mentioned something about his sister. She ended up having a baby sooner than everybody anticipated, but because of that, there's so many good things that came from that, right? So then it would be like, it's funny because way back in the day, I even remember you talking about this to me, and you were really scared for Madison because this is not something that you felt like somebody at her age should be dealing with. Just you being a good older brother and being concerned, you know? I too have felt that same way about certain situations, whether it's with my brother or whether it's with my sister, because I'm one of those people that like, if I care for you, obviously being family, I'm going to try to figure out how we can make life easier. I'm going to try to, we hustle together. We grind together. We struggle together. That's who I am. I've always been like that. But I've noticed how like, because I'm that way, sometimes I'm blinded because I want to go through with the person. And sometimes you don't need to go through with the person. You just need to communicate some of your concerns so that person understands, okay, you could do what you want or you could do what you need to, but it's going to come with some consequences. And I'm telling you this because I know you as a person. And that's it. That's straight up period. So like, how have you dealt with like some of the harder moments with your siblings? That's where I was trying to get to. Look, and when they call you out or when they check you and you don't really want to listen to them, but you know they actually have a valid point.
Oh, when they're coming at you versus correct. You telling them something?
Yeah, correct.
I mean, the older you get, it all comes with growth, man. If you're going to be hard-headed and just, brush it off and say whatever you want to say, I mean, that's just, you're not growing as a person. But if you're actually open-minded as a person, as you get older, you'll hear what you want to hear. But obviously, it kind of like hits close to home just because they are your sibling. You have grown up with them your whole life. Like, so it's always going to hit different when someone from your family tells you something versus like some random person on the internet or somebody who you've only known for like a year.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like you got to take what they say and break it down and try to make yourself better at the end of the day, especially if it's negative, something negative about yourself. Because nobody knows you better than family at the end of the day. Like, I mean, when it comes to certain things, not everything, but when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're completely right. That's important.
Very complicated question.
10-3 that's insane.
It's
what? It is a complicated question.
It's a very complicated question. For me,
it's tough. It's rough out here.
Which sibling it is? Because my brother's a lot more involved in my day-to-day life, and he knows more about me than my sister does. So when she sees something or says something, it's usually from a pretty further removed view. Okay. And it tends to be more negative, I would say. So I'm not as easily receptive of her commentary, we'll say. Then my brother usually, like, we always just like talk shit because I mean that's what you do with your brothers. But I feel like because he and I are so close that anytime he does say something, I'm much more receptive to it, and I know it's coming from a good place, and it's well intentioned. You know, he's only looking out for me, and like he'll call me on my shit. He'll be like, you know what? No, like, you don't need to do that, or like, why do you still care about this, or like, why are we even talking about this right now? That's stupid. And I'm like, you know what? that hurt, but okay. And then we move past it.
Valid. I like that. So you're just saying that it's more.
It does
like
depend on what sibling it comes from. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Because like I'm sure for Charles, if his oldest sister who's 11 years older than him gives him criticism versus his sister that's 4 years younger than him who's closer and they like spend more time growing up together, like it's going to be perceived differently.
So yeah, I mean, it's only, I don't know. It's like with my oldest sister, it's just like I hold her such a high standard. Like I see where she's coming from and everything, and like I don't know, I hold her word and like what she's saying to me like pretty high. So my youngest sister is kind of the same, but I don't know. I don't want to get too in depth about it. Like, it just ties into like crazy family shit. I don't really want to get into right now. But,
right, but you don't need to. You don't need.
But
to.
like, I guess when you get older, you just kind of just like let it go or whatever, and try to be, I don't know, the big person in the situations when it comes to things. So, there's what it is.
Do you think that I also hold on?
Everyone's family is fucked up. I want to be real. Like it's just like such a real ass topic. Like
no, I'm the only reason why I'm asking is like because with that question it's so loaded because what Rachel said, it just depends how much like you basically pour into the person. Like how is the relationship fostered between siblings? Because we often overlook our familial bonds and ties because they're our family and we believe that they shouldn't go anywhere. And then that kind of means that we neglect the actual building and bonding of the relationship, right? So I'm only saying that because I know for me and in my family, and this is just based on our upbringing, it was very important from my brother and my sister that we actively build our relationship. Like we actually make time to spend with one another. We actually get to know each other. We actually talk. It's very thoughtful. It's very intentional about how we approach our relationship because we don't take it for granted.
Yeah, I feel
that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to.
But
say.
I was gonna say it like the same time. Like I don't know. It all depends on like. I'm all for my siblings leaving the house, do whatever they want to do, but it all depends on the terms you leave. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It is what it is.
It always, and I feel like it's like sometimes we overcomplicate it, right? But we overcomplicate it because they have the title of family, right? But if you didn't know this person from nowhere and they came into your life and they ended up being somebody who ends up becoming a consistent person in your life for the rest of your life, would you not just give them the time of day just because they've always been there, whether they've had to leave or go away or anything in general? Well, I think that's what I'm
even just like what you're saying, like when they've always been there, like isn't necessarily applicable to all siblings at all times.
Correct. You're completely right.
So it's hard when you have a sibling who has been there and then you have a sibling who hasn't been there. So it's not easy.
No, and honestly, it sounds like it's not easy. So that's why I'm always interested because a lot of times I almost feel, I don't want to say I feel guilty, but you feel a way when people talk about their struggles with their siblings and you don't even have those struggles and you can't even imagine those struggles. Yeah. Because I feel like that takes a toll on you, right? Because this is somebody who's supposed to love you unconditionally. This is somebody who's supposed to have no judgment towards you. This is somebody who's supposed to be your person without even asking, right? Mm-hmm. Like these are things you just expect. So when you see people who don't have that, it's a little disheartening. But you also see why people. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hit it with the Mortal Kombat, like my man Scorpion, Dr. Shirai Ryu. So he wanted to resurrect, bring it back, right? Bloodline clan. But after Scorpion became a new person and let go of all his anger and rebuilt the Shirai Ryu, he realized it's not just bloodline, man. It's the people who you have incredible relations with. Doesn't just make you family, in my opinion.
Okay.
But
I believe that.
Like all the people who I grew up with, like Deji, you, my brother, like all the people who I like really like fuck with hardcore. I don't care about if you're born sibling or not. Like that's kind of how I live my life. But
you should live your life like that, right? I'm just saying
I love my blood siblings as much as I do. But I don't know. Family can take a dark, weird twist when it comes to certain shit, just because everyone's families can be different.
Man,
that's like why it's just like this is like a whole podcast episode kind of like type of topic almost in a way, like, you know what I'm saying?
I know, and we just touching the surface of it, so that's why we don't even have to get that deep.
We got to tease the royalty a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We can't give them the whole main course.
Okay, yeah. So let's stop right here then. Okay, let's stop right here then. Say less. So what's the meme of the white boy? He's like, oh, say less.
No, it's just oh, say less. I love that one.
Hey, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Say less.
Yeah, yes. Really quick, and it was off topic, but while we're talking about this, did you see Tom Hanks' son, that white boy summer?
Yeah.
Talking about Chet Hanks, man.
Chet Hanks. Hey, I know. Sorry, that was off topic.
Raise him around all Jamaicans. Come on, man.
Dude, that music video was wild.
Oh my God.
He said white boy summer, but we living with black queens. That's what he said.
Hey, I'm
all about it. I'm all about it. Yo.
Daisy, you need to watch the music video. It's just wild. White boy summer. He made a song. It's so wild.
I'll watch it.
Wait, he made a song?
Yeah, no, it's called White Boy Summer.
I've not seen that yet.
I mean, I had
Jesus.
Do yourself a favor. Look up Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son. He just made it. He said, "Hey, we out here, White Boy Summer. Not that polo wearing White Boy Summer. I'm talking about that fade. I'm talking."
Hey, I'm with him though, because you know I've already named my summer, because I said my summer is going to be Black Man Jubilance. So I mean, wherever you see me, that's what it's going to be.
Jubilance?
Yes, Jubilance.
Jubilee. No, I'm just playing.
Jubilance, as in synonym for joy, as in anywhere you see me, there's going to be a smile on my face. Best believe it. You know, it's summertime shy, you know, and summertime Daisy he's a wonderful experience to be around. I'm not saying that.
He's staying on the north side though, best believe that.
No, I'd be everywhere. What you mean? I'd be in the south side. Oh, let's not do this.
Don't disclose your location.
Right.
I'm just making a joke.
Let's get to the locations. I need to go
Relax,
to bed.
please.
Yeah, Austin needs to sleep.
Go ahead, hit these outros. Let's go hit these outros.
10:00.
It is. It's
I was trying to end it quick.
Sorry, Austin.
I told you I was already sleeping before this because
we just wanted to give.
I'm sober now, but man, I was on another level on accident.
It's fine. You made gold. I'm telling you, the first 4 or 5, maybe to hour of this podcast.
Yeah, but then I just got
real into it.
What happened was I got sober, so then I just got tired.
It's all right. You brought the energy to this podcast, Austin. Think about it that way. You know, every episode.
I know, but
every episode somebody brings.
I died.
It's okay. That's okay.
It also got like sad and dark at the end a little bit. So
yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I got the Man on the Moon 2 hour in the fucking background. What do you want? What do you want?
Won't you meet me by the beach?
What do you want from me, man?
You know what it is whenever I'm busy.
I gotta keep it real, but I don't know. Anyways.
Yep.
We'll go somewhere hot, down low, somewhere off in the middle. Just remember no matter what your relationship is with your siblings, unconditionally love them, though.
Rachel, you got it? You got something?
Yeah, sure. Cherish the relationships that matter to you. It doesn't have to be a sibling. It can be a friend, a spouse, a significant other, someone that's impacted your life in a positive way. Just cherish the relationships that you do have, and don't let that be predetermined by the title of the individual.
Facts. I second that because never fall in love with the title. Fall in love with the action and the commitment. Oh wow! But I'm gonna end on a song.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm gonna end on a song. Shout out to my dream girls because I haven't sang in a minute, bro.
Are you about to say?
We are a family, like a giant tree, reaching up for the stars. We are a family. We are so much more. We are a family.
Lead us out, white man, please.
Damn, boy.
Keep it
All
love,
I gotta say is
lead us
love,
out.
love.
Lead us out.
ELE once again. Everybody love everybody. All right, ELE. Check out Chet Hanks, White Boy Summer. Not that Polo Wayne Summer. I'm talking about that we getting lit summer. You know what I mean? Check out the music video. That's just wild.
To the podcast.
Is Spring Breakers album better than that? Like the soundtrack for Spring Breakers better than that? I need to know. James Franco rapping.
No, you guys
do whatever you need.
Wow. But shout out to shout outs. Follow everything. We out.
Shout out to royalty. Peace out. We love y'all.
Peace out.